England Subaru dealers, Dunkin' Donuts, your New England Ford dealers, and by Dish Network. Welcome to Fenway Park alongside Jerry Remy. I am Eric Freed in for Don Orsillo, who's not feeling his best, so he's taking a few days off. About ready for baseball here on a gray, a little bit chilly day here in Boston. Let's take a look at the Red Sox lineup brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers on this Junior Announcer Day.
Hi, my name is Aiden O'Leary of Southborough, Massachusetts. Leading off for the Phillies, the center fielder, Mr. Shane Victorino. At third base, Placido Polanco. The second baseman, Chase Utley. At first base, Ryan Howard. In right field, Mr. Jason Worth. In left field, Mr. Raul Ibanez. The DH, Mr. Ben Francisco. The shortstop, Juan Castro. And batting ninth, the catcher, Carlos Ruiz.
So there you have the Phillies lineup, and here is the starter for the Red Sox today, making his 10th start of the season. It's Tim Wakefield, who struggled here at Fenway Park in his last 9 Fenway appearances, 0-4 with a 6.85 earned run average. Wakefield in his last start, a victory on the road in Cleveland, pitched into the 8th inning, giving up just 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, striking out 6, a game where he mixed his pitches very well. So we'll see Wakefield on the mound here today, set to take on the Philadelphia Phillies. Gray day, no sign of rain right now as Wakefield delivers the first pitch. It's in there for strike one. Gary Darling has the plate today. Numbers for Victorino on the season. Wakefield, of course, working quickly. That's up for a ball, and it catches Victorino, who's hit by a pitch to lead off the game.
Of course, most hitters will try to stay in there as long as possible, and that's what Victorino does, and get hit in the finger by the knuckleball of Tim Wakefield. So Victorino, an immediate threat to run, 14 steals on the season. He's only been caught 1 time.
When Wakefield is on the mound this season, base stealers have been successful 14 out of 15 times. And right away to the pitch out with Victor Martinez behind the plate. Ball 1 to Placido Polanco. Victorino, Polanco, Utley start things out here against Wakefield. Check over to Mike Lowell, who's playing first today. We'll run down the Red Sox defense in just a moment. Lowell getting his 4th start at first base. Kevin Youkilis hit on the right elbow by a pitch, 6th inning in yesterday's 10-2 win over the Phillies.
They'll look for the Phillies, if they get base runners, to run as much as possible. They've got to try to create some offense as we look at Kevin Youkilis getting hit on the elbow. Got today off, tomorrow off, and then back at it on Tuesday.
1-1 Polanco did not play yesterday, wasn't feeling great, and that's in there for a strike. Bit of a debate from Polanco. It's 1-2.
And what happens when hitters turn around and see where the knuckleball ends up, they think it's not a strike, but it's where it goes across the plate. That ball had a late dip on it.
Check on Victorino. Philadelphia lost Friday night's game 12-2. Yesterday's game 10-2. Team that's been struggling to score runs over the last 3 weeks. Grounded foul. Knocked away by Jason Worth before it made its way into Philadelphia dugout. Charlie Manuel's team hasn't gotten a lot out of the starting pitchers over the last couple of games. Moyer didn't get out of the 2nd inning. Blanton threw 4 innings yesterday, so you would think Cole Hamels is going to be counted on to get pretty deep into this game today.
So is Tim Wakefield.
The 1-2. Grounded foul. Right before game time yesterday, that's when Daisuke Matsuzaka was trying to get ready for the game. Felt some tightness in the forearm in his pitching arm, his right arm, and it was a scramble mode right there. But I think, when you look at that game and say, well, wait a minute, Scott Atchinson's going to make his first major league start. We need to get the bullpen together. I mean, things could not have come together in a better way for the Sox yesterday.
I actually turned that game on a little bit late, about 5 minutes late.
Line drive past Beltre in the left field. Daniel Nava is there, and the first two are aboard for Philadelphia. Before we finish that thought, Rem, let's get the Red Sox defense here on Junior Announcer Day.
Hi, my name is Vanessa Forbes of Austin, Massachusetts. With today's Red Sox defense is in the left field, Mr. Daniel Nava. Center field is Daniel McDonald, and right field is J.D. Drew. Playing first base is Mike Lowell. At second base is Justin Pedroia. The shortstop is Mr. Marco Scutaro. At third base is Adrian Beltre. And catching today's game for Tim Wakefield is Victor Martinez.
You want to finish your thought on yesterday's game first, or do you want to comment on Vanessa's
I thought she did a
delivery?
Fabulous job.
Great job by Vanessa. Thank you.
I turned on the game yesterday 5 minutes late, and I'm going, Atkinson's pitching. And I said, who the heck is Daniel Nava? I said, where did all this happen? That's about the quickest DL you've ever seen. Daisuke warming up in the bullpen, and bingo, right on the DL.
First thing I thought about, too, when you're announcing somebody going to the disabled list before the game even starts, really. I mean, they had to kind of fill out that bullpen with Scott Atkinson getting the start. He did very well, and then followed by a parade of relievers after that. Sox got plenty of run support thanks to the guy you didn't know too much about before yesterday, but now you know everything about Daniel Nava, who's back in there today playing left field. We'll talk about Mr. Nava's amazing adventure yesterday as we go along here this afternoon. The grand slam yesterday propelling the Sox to that 10-2 win. 3-0 pitch misses, and the bases are loaded here in the top half of the first inning. Dustin Richardson added to the team as well. He's the one who got here in the fourth inning yesterday to try to fill out that bullpen a little bit. And as you mentioned, Cole Hamels needs to go a little deep in this game. Tim Wakefield could take a little heat off the bullpen. Now, both managers have the luxury of having tomorrow off. The Phillies have tomorrow off, and the Red Sox, Terry Francona mentioned that before the game. We have tomorrow off. So I think everybody who's available can trot out there knowing they get a day of rest tomorrow.
Yeah, they're not completely destroyed on the bullpens, but they'd certainly love their starters to go deep in this game.
Here's Ryan Howard with the bases loaded, nobody out, fouls off the first pitch from Wakefield. Howard in his career against Wakefield, 0 for 6 on the season at .286 with 10 home runs. One of 4 Phillies with 10 homers on the season. We talked about it on Friday when the series began. Jimmy Rollins has only played in 11 games this year, as that one's fouled off by Howard, and can really draw a line back to when Rollins left with an injury where this team has really struggled to score runs. Rollins, of course, the catalyst at the top of the lineup for Charlie Manuel, but he's been out, expected to start a rehab at the Class A level this week. The Sox miss out on trying to slow down Rollins, and the Phillies certainly have missed Rollins. 0-2 now to Howard. Swung on, fly ball, hit to right field. Coming on is J.D. Drew. Sizing it up, he'll put it away. The throw comes to the plate. Tagging and holding is Victorino. One away.
That's a good example for young players what J.D. Drew did. He timed his delivery in the home where he got his momentum going toward home plate. Right there. And Victorino did a good job coming down the bag, drawing the throw. Once he realized he was not going to be safe, he was able to turn around and go back. But that's the proper way to do as an outfielder. Try to get momentum going in toward home plate. The ball was not hit that deep. Victorino realized about halfway down that line, I better head back.
Ball hung up in the air for a while for Drew to settle under. Breeze is blowing in here today. He'll keep these clouds locked in as we go along. But one away as Wakefield tries to get out of the jam. Key matchup is brought to you by New England Honda dealers, and Jason Worth has had success against Wakefield in his career. 455 and 11 at-bats. Line drive to Beltre, could be 2. To Pedroia, 1. On the first, double play. Wakefield works out of the jam. Bases loaded, nobody out. But no runs come across. Sox coming to the plate. Nobody out in the top of the first, but do not score. And now the Sox come to the plate to take on Cole Hamels. Of course, the most valuable player of the 2008 World Series in NLCS. Hamels on the season, coming off a loss, went 8 innings in that game, but fell to the Padres. In fact, his last win came against the Red Sox. Marco Scutaro fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. That last win was on May 21st, a 5-1 victory against the Sox for Hamels. As you see Scutaro's numbers, Hamels went 7 in that game, giving up 3 hits and a run. Since then, 0-3 losses at the Mets, at Atlanta, and against the Padres last time out. -2 to Scutaro.
In his career against the Red Sox, he's been very impressive in 2 starts. The 2-0 record with a 1.93 ERA.
-2 to Scutaro. Outside for a ball, it's 1-2. Now, up and down this Red Sox lineup, it's hard to find someone who's had a tough series so far against Philadelphia. Scutaro 4 for 9 so far in the series with 3 runs batted in. It all started on Friday night where the Sox had 7 doubles. Oh, there was a bit of a pump by Gary Darling with the right arm. Instead, it's ball 2.
A little shake of the head from Cole Hamels. He thought he had that changeup down and away from Marco Scutaro. Very close pitch.
2-2. Fly ball to center field. Victorino turns around, still going back, still going, and he tracks it down for the first out. Here's the rest of the Red Sox lineup, brought to you by our junior announcer.
Hi, I'm Jack O'Leary of Southborough, Massachusetts. Leading off for the Red Sox at shortstop, Mr. Marco Scutaro. At second base, Dustin Pedroia. The catcher, Victor Martinez. The third baseman, Adrian Beltre. The DH, Mr. David Ortiz. the first baseman, Mike Lowell. In right field, J.D. Drew. In center field, Mr. Darnell McDonald. And batting ninth in left field, Daniel Nava.
Good job. He knows Daniel Nava already. The lineup brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. There's Dustin Pedroia with one down in the first. Dustin now at 255 with the 8 home runs and 31 runs batted in. That's in there for a strike, and it's 1-2.
Red Sox will see that fastball, the breaking ball, and changeup from Cole Hamels this afternoon.
Rich Doobie, the pitching coach, needs his starter to go deep into this game. 1-2. 2-2.
And right now, Hamels feels the outside corner a little tight for him.
Count runs full to Dustin Pedroia. We told you Gary Darling has the plate. Bruce Streckman is at first. Paul Emo, the umpire, at second. And Bill Hahn has third base. Pedroia fights it off. Count holds at 3-2. Victor Martinez, who's had a red-hot run in June and has eaten up left-handed pitching, is on deck. Again, the 3-2. Pedroia sends it deep to left field. Down the line, going back is Ibanez, and he grabs it and runs into the wall for the second out. Well, it's evident early the ball is not going to carry very well here this afternoon at Fenway.
That's a very nice play by Ibanez, too. He goes across in foul territory, and there's absolutely no room there before he crashes into the wall. Terrific play in unfamiliar territory for Raul Ibanez.
Two down, and here's Victor Martinez. Martinez just above 300 on the season. Hitting .484 against left-handed pitching. Strike one from Hamels. At the knees for strike two. It's 0-2. Here you see the numbers against lefties extended out. Hitting at .487 overall in the month of June so far. Down in the count, 0-2 to Hamels. In there, called the third strike. Hamels, a 1-2-3 first. We head to the second scoreless at Fenway.
Hometown. Go Blue Raiders.
We head to the second. Ibanez, Francisco, and Castro to face Tim Wakefield, who worked out of a jam in the first. High for ball one. Solid defensive play by J.D. Drew in that first inning, and then a double play turn. Beltre to Pedroia to Lowell. See the numbers for Raul Ibanez, who made a fine defensive play of his own in the bottom of the first. Two and 0. In their first strike, it's 2-1. That last start at Cleveland, Tim Wakefield became the Red Sox all-time innings pitch leader. Great diving play by Lowell at first to Wakefield, covering, one away.
Well, we're so accustomed to seeing Kevin Youkilis make plays like this. Now it's Mike Lowell. Looks like he's down at third base, diving down the line. And from his knees, makes the throw to Tim Wakefield, who's covering first base. Beautiful play by Lowell. There have been some outstanding defensive plays early in this game by the Red Sox. The double play they turned over, and now that play by Lowell.
Looked like a good little good-natured ribbing between Lowell and Wakefield after the play. Here's Ben Francisco, who looks at ball one. Francisco at 255, no home runs, 4 runs batted in. It's in there for a strike, it's 1-1. A little more head shaking from the Phillies here. We're early. One and two. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Eastern Bank, the best team in banking. Two and two the count to Francisco with one down here in the second. The Red Sox trying to finish off a 3-game sweep of the Phillies as they begin this return to interleague play. Popped up. Wing can play some tricks with this one as Beltre moves over, and he will come about a foot short. Maybe 2 feet.
And you don't get a lot of help when you go into the visitor's dugout to try to make a play. Beltre going to the top step of the Phillies dugout. But the ball lands right on top.
Two.
Wakefield mixing in a curveball right there. He did that quite a bit in his start at Cleveland. Some curveballs, fastballs, along with the knuckleball.
There's the fastball. It's a slow roller to Beltre. Up and throwing to Lowell at first, 2 down. Let's go down to Heidi Watney. Heidi.
Well, Eric, as you guys mentioned, Daisuke Matsuzaka was a late scratch yesterday after experiencing some pain while warming up for the game. I talked to pitching coach John Farrell about what happened and how Daisuke is doing today.
He went through his normal long toss leading up to his bullpen to warm up and felt some discomfort on the outside of the elbow and the forearm area. And as a result, he felt like he needed to alter his delivery or his arm action just to take some of the stress off of that. And when he started to talk about that, that was putting him in I think too much at risk.
Farrell said they only expect Daisuke to miss one more start on this DL stint. This injury report is brought to you by Fallon Community Health Plan with $400 fitness reimbursements. Fallon Community Health Plan always does more to keep your employees healthy. Contact your broker or go to fchp.org. Eric?
Thank you, Heidi. The phrase Terry Francona used before the game when talking about Daisuke was cautiously optimistic. It seems as Daisuke's career has evolved here with the Red Sox, cautiously is thrown out a lot more now.
Yeah.
He just we're going to put you on the DL without much thought.
I think they're pretty confident it's not going to be a long-term thing with Matsuzaka.
That's popped up. Heading out towards the outfield is Scudero. He's calling for it and will put it away for the out. 1-2-3 inning for Wakefield after 1.5 scoreless at Fenway. To face Cole Hamels. Beltre batting cleanup for the first time as a member of the Red Sox. At .336 on the season with 8 home runs, 43 runs batted in. Strike one.
Beltre 6 for his last 13.
Hamels gets the call on the corner this time and quickly is ahead 0-2. Beltre's .336 good for 5th in the American League. His 43 runs batted in good for 8th in the AL. Even though this is his first time batting cleanup for the Sox, he does have a lot of experience throughout his career. 976 at-bats in his career as a cleanup man. He sends this one deep to left. Turning around is Ibanez looking up, and it is gone. Adrian Beltre hits a solo home run on an 0-2 pitch. 1-0 Boston.
Number 9 on the season for Adrian Beltre. Looked like he got a cut fastball on an 0-2 count that stayed up in the zone, and Beltre loses it. That ball was supposed to be inside. It did not stay inside, and Beltre did not miss it. So, Adrian Beltre likes the cleanup spot.
1 for 1. Hitting cleanup for the Sox. I'd say so. Here's Ortiz. Ball 1. During the 2010 Red Sox season, Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Pediatric Trauma Program at Children's Hospital Boston. For every home run hit by the Red Sox, Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. I'm convinced Adrian Beltre should just leave his helmet on until he switches to his hat. Especially should leave his helmet on when he's sitting next to Victor Martinez, right?
Don't touch his head. Don't touch his head.
2-0 to Big Papi. That's fouled up and out of play. 2-1. 2-2.
David upset with himself there of chasing that changeup, a bad changeup for a hitter anyway, down out of the zone. An excellent changeup for Cole Hamels.
Three and two. Swing and a miss, and Ortiz is retired, one away.
Doing more on defense is brought to you by Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of Home Depot. And Mike Lowell making a great play on Raul Ibanez. With Wakefield covering first base, and the Red Sox pick up the out. But Lowell completely outstretched, doing more on defense. The Home Depot.
Here is Lowell making his fourth start at first base. Again, Jerry touched on Kevin Youkilis, hit on the elbow in the sixth inning yesterday, and a little sore. Day off tomorrow for the Sox. Chance to rest it today and tomorrow. Tough week for Youkilis. Had the back spasms in Cleveland. Now hit by a pitch. Lowell getting a chance to play. Fouls this one off. 1-2. Grounded wide of third and foul. Mike had the 2-run home run as part of that 5-run first inning on Friday night. Down on strikes here. 2 down in the second. Let's take a look at the Phillies defense, read by one of our Red Sox scholars here on Red Sox Scholars Day at Fenway.
Hi, I'm Tristan Naheem of Hyde Park, Massachusetts, with today's Philadelphia defense. In left field, Mr. Raul Ibanez. In center field, Shane Victorino. In right field, Jason Worth. Playing first base, Ryan Howard. At second base, Chase Utley. The shortstop, Mr. Juan Castro. At third base, Placido Polanco. And catching today's game for Cole Hamels, Carlos Ruiz.
Good job, Tristan. Thank you, and congratulations to all the Red Sox scholars. The class of 2010 honored here today, and past classes were here as well on the field in a pregame ceremony at Fenway Park. Here's J.D. Drew with 2 down here in the second inning, and he's down in the count 0-2. Drew had a good day yesterday in that 10-2 win over the Phillies. 3 for 4. Homered, singled, and doubled. Ball 1.
J.D. 5 for his last 9, and the 1 for 5 in his career against Cole Hamels. That one hit a home run. Eric, nice to see you brought your own tie today anyway.
Well, I was tempted. I definitely picked a suit that would have matched your tie. Did you see I left it here before I exited the building?
I did see that.
Drew is called out on strikes. A solo homer from Adrian Beltre has the Sox on top 1-0. We're back at Fenway Park. Tim Wakefield just about ready to go. And so are we with Ruiz, Victorino, and Polanco. 9-1-2 set to face Wakefield, who has a 1-0 lead here in the third. In there for strike one. Adrian Beltre's 9th home run of the season, putting Boston on top. Strike two from Wakefield. You see Ruiz at .279, leading the team in on-base percentage. Flicks that towards Beltre at third. On the low, one away.
Enjoy the Red Sox-Dodgers game in Green Monster Seats on Saturday, June 19th during the Red Sox Foundation's annual Monster Mash Party. The ticket includes Monster Seats, food and drink, autographs from Sox legends, pictures with the trophies, and more. Proceeds benefit the Red Sox Foundation's Red Sox Scholars and RBI youth programs. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today on the web at redsox.com/monstermatch or by calling 617-226-0002.
Victorino with a long foul down the left field line. Wakefield ahead 0-1. Hit by a pitch leading off the game. Outside for a ball. If Wakefield finishes this inning, it'll be 2,780 innings pitched as a member of the Boston Red Sox. Broke the record in the game against Cleveland last time out. Just keeps going and going, and his value is great right now when you take a look at two of the Red Sox starters in Daisuke Matsusaka and Josh Beckett on the disabled list. But once again, Wakefield able to pitch in and help out. This one is fouled back, and Martinez doesn't have a play.
That's what Terry Francona was speaking about before the game today. The fact that, you come out of spring training, you get too many pitches. Somebody's not going to be happy because they go to the bullpen, and all of a sudden, you're 2 months in, you got a couple of starters on a disabled list. It just happens quickly.
The way the schedule is set up, the Red Sox probably are going to need another starter here with Matsusaka on the DL, retroactive to June 8th. That's fouled up and out of play. They have the day off on Monday, then they start a 3-game series with Arizona, and then there's another day off the following Monday, but it looks like there's going to be a day there where they're going to need a pitcher.
Probably just one start, yeah. And they are non-committal to that right now. Don't have to make that decision till later on in the week.
Fly ball, shallow left field. Here comes Daniel Nava. He puts it away for out number one. You'll see young Mr. Nava at the plate in the bottom half of the third inning when he was introduced here to the crowd at Fenway. I do believe he got the loudest ovation, as you would expect after his 2-for-4 day yesterday in his major league debut.
Today, certainly he will never forget. You never forget your first at bat. You never forget the first pitch you made in the big leagues. And when you do what he did in his first at bat, it's impossible to forget.
Here's Polanco. He singled to left his first time, was left stranded. The Phillies loaded the bases with nobody out in the first inning. But a fly ball played well by J.D. Drew, holding Victorino at third, who was tagging. Had to retreat to the bag, and then a double play turned by the Sox with Jason Worth at the plate. Got Wakefield out of the jam. 1-1 to Polanco. Three and one.
Polanco, always a guy that doesn't walk very much and doesn't strike out very much. He's always among the league leaders and toughest to strike out.
And there for a strike, it's 3-2.
And fastball from Wakefield on the 3-1 count.
Here it comes again. Set to right field. Drew took a step in, now takes a couple of steps back. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Tim Wakefield after 2.5, 1-0 Sox. Donald, Nava, and Scudero to face Cole Hamels. The first pitch from Hamels misses for ball one. Darnell McDonald at 290. In there for a strike. He's hit 8 safely in 8 of 9 games this month, hitting at .407 for the month of June. After that quick start coming up for Pawtucket, he's heating back up again. One and two to Darnell McDonald. Called strike 3. One away. And they'll bring up Daniel Nava.
Batting the left fielder, number 60, Daniel Nava.
Warm welcome for Nava, who took Joe Blanton into the Red Sox bullpen for a grand slam. The first pitch he saw. Switch hitter stands in there against Cole Hamels. Nava was 2 for 4 yesterday. And the first pitch, ball one. Nava's second major league game. Friday, he was playing for the Paw Sox in Indianapolis. Got the call that the Red Sox needed his help in the outfield. Made it here for yesterday's game. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. By now, you may be familiar with his story. Pretty much has been cut from baseball teams at every level of baseball. An undersized guy who kept battling. Looks like his pro career was done. Took a year off. But started to click playing independent league baseball. The Red Sox signed him. Paid $1 for his rights in January of 2008. And the investment paid off pretty well already for
they got
Mr.
their dollars worth.
And then some. 1-2.
Time now for the Player of the Week, brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. Yesterday, 27-year-old Daniel Nava in his Major League debut made a memorable first impression. On the first pitch he saw, he hit a grand slam home run. He's just the 4th player in MLB history to hit a grand slam in his first at-bat. The Player of the Week is brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun.
1-2 to Nava. Ground ball to short. Castro to first. 2 away.
You can imagine the number of text messages and voicemail and all that stuff that he must have had last night after that nationally televised game.
He said 140 text messages.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's about what you average every half inning.
First 3 innings the other night, the thing was ringing off the hook. I will say that. But he seems to be a kid who, well, obviously he has great attitude. We saw that yesterday. Terry Francona joking about it yesterday, that Nava, when he was standing right in that position in the hole, getting his helmet on, getting ready to go on deck, was asking Francona where his parents might be sitting.
Yeah. Tito said, just go get a hit.
I don't care. Go get a hit. And he did. A grand slam followed with a double. It's really a tribute to Nava, but also to the organization. Now, here's a guy who had his rights purchased for $1, got a chance, played for Lancaster, played for Salem, played for the Portland Sea Dogs, played for the Pawtucket Red Sox, had a chance to prove himself at 4 different levels of minor league baseball after independent ball, and performed at each level. So he was rewarded, put himself in a position to help the big league team, and he certainly helped the Sox yesterday.
Almost didn't play today. They were thinking of playing Mike Cameron, but with the game today and tomorrow off, they figured they'd give Cameron the stretch off, which would certainly help him.
1-2. Scudero sends it out to left field. There goes Ibanez back, and he will not get it. It's off the scoreboard. Scudero turns for second, and he has a 2-out double.
Scudero had only been 1 for his 11 in his career against Cole Hamels. He goes down to get a changeup, and he'll find that gap in left center field. One hop the wall as Ibanez can't get to it. So the Red Sox get a man in scoring position now with the 2 outs.
Marco Scudero, safe at second, safe and secure. New York Life. Here's Pedroia. Third double of this series for Scudero, by the way. Now 5 for 11 against the Phillies now in his 3rd game. He's at second with the Sox on top 1-0 here as we play the bottom half of the 3rd. Fouled out of play. And it's 1-2. Adrian Beltre led off the 2nd inning with a home run. Only scoring in this game so far. Sox have won the first 2 games of this 3-game series by convincing margins, 12-2 and 10-2. Tight one here early as Pedroia fouls it off. Moyer, the starter, gave up 9 runs on Friday. Blanton, the starter on Saturday, Philadelphia, gave up 9 runs. And Hamels trying to keep the Red Sox a little quiet here. Couldn't do that against Beltre.
Well, the Phillies had a chance to turn the corner back in the 1st inning. They had the bases loaded with nobody out and could not score. They had a chance to get a jump in this game.
One and 2, the count to Pedroia with 2 down here in the home half of the 3rd. Ball 2. Mentioned turning the corner. Maybe you can say that about Dustin Pedroia. 5 for his last 14, including that fine play by Ibanez back in the 1st inning. Over the last 4 games. This one is lined towards left for a base hit. Scudero being held at 3rd. It's a 2-out single for Dustin Pedroia.
A lot of times with 2 outs, they'll take a chance on scoring that runner, but you couldn't do it this time. The ball was hit too hard, and Ibanez puts a good charge on it. And you can see by the time it's in his glove, the runner, Scudero, is just getting to 3rd base. So no way Tim Bogart could send him home on that 2-out base hit.
Runners on the corners, 2 down for Victor Martinez. Struck out looking back in the 1st. Popped up. Shallow right field. Moving out is Utley. Coming on is Worth. He puts it away, and the side is retired. Red Sox strand 2, 1-0 after 3. 7 in a row retired by Tim Wakefield as Chase Utley steps in. He walked his first time up. Ball 1. One and one. Wow.
What is that?
Looks like a 175-pound lobster. You know, Monster Seats, Rem, very happening place. I know you did a game up there years ago.
Oh, yeah.
You should think about returning just to take in that party atmosphere. And
no, I'll tell you what, it's a great seat to watch a game, but it's a bad seat to do a game from because everything's backwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You look out in the field, you can't figure out where the ball is.
Well, when you're conditioned up here behind home plate.
Exactly.
Swing and a miss. Utley is retired. Let's head back to our Nesson studio. Catherine Tappan has a game break. Eight strikeouts already. The final 7 outs of his game against Pittsburgh were all strikeouts, part of a 14 strikeout debut, so he keeps it going in start number 2.
A lot of movement on that fastball, too.
Here's Ryan Howard. Now 0 for 7 in his career against Tim Wakefield. That's fouled back. It's 1-1. Another game to keep an eye on today, Florida and Tampa Bay. Carlos Pena has homered in 6 consecutive games. Of course, the Major League record is 8, held by Don Mattingly, Ken Griffey Jr., and Dale Long. As Pena heats up, that's fouled out of play, and it's 1-2. Line drive, right field line. It is a fair ball. Bouncing around the corner. Drew tracks it down, plays it well. Howard turning for second, and he's in with a 1-out double.
First base hit Ryan Howard has ever had against Tim Wakefield. He was 0 for 7 against Wakefield going into this at bat. But he gets the knuckleball inside and hooks it down in that right field corner very cautiously as J.D. Drew going into that corner to make sure the ball does not get by him. And that keeps Ryan Howard at second base with the double.
Second hit for Philadelphia. Polanco had singled in the first. And now here's Jason Worth. Grounded into a 5-4-3 double play to end that threat in the first inning. Strike 1. Base hit center field. Howard being sent home. McDonald up with it. No throw, and the Phillies have tied the game at 1. Haven't had a lot to cheer about here in this weekend series, but I think you got a little taste. As Rem mentioned on Friday night, quite a few Philadelphia fans here at Fenway Park. Well, one game.
Worth, who hit into a big double play back in the first inning, this time takes the base hit up the middle to drive in his 38th run of the season. So the leadoff double by, the 1-out double by Howard, then the base hit by Worth, and we get a tie ball game.
Here's Ibanez. Mike Lowell made a fine play to retire Ibanez, leading off the second inning. A check on Worth.
A couple of steals for Worth on the season, been caught one time.
Fly ball right field. Drew turns around, heads back towards the bullpen. It is gone. A 2-run home run from Raul Ibanez. And Philadelphia has a lead.
Second career home run that Ibanez has off Wakefield. Knuckleball stays high. When it's high, let it fly, and that's exactly what Ibanez did. Right into the bullpen of the Philadelphia Phillies. So things have changed quickly here in the fourth inning.
The fourth inning has been the trouble inning for Wakefield. This one is sent deep to left, and that's off the wall. Ben Francisco turns towards second. He's in with a standout up double. That's 4 consecutive hits for Philadelphia. Wakefield has given up 17 runs in the fourth inning this year, including the 3 he's yielded here today.
And the last couple of hitters have been very aggressive off Wakefield. First knuckleball AC. Now that knuckleball's down, but still Francisco able to golf that ball off the left field wall.
John Farrell out to talk it over with Wakefield. Howard started it with a double, scored on the single by Jason Worth. Worth came in on the 2-run home run by Ibanez. And with 1 out, the Phillies have a 3-1 lead. I'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Juan Castro. Popped out to Scudero at short, his first time. Time is called. Francisco dancing around at second base. Pedroia trying to keep him close. Castro swings at the first pitch and fouls it off, 0-1. Two. Wakefield was cruising after getting out of the jam in the first. A 1-2-3 second, a 1-2-3 third. Struck out Utley to start the fourth. But now 4 consecutive hits to make it a 3-1 game. Oh, we'll have to wait as Wakefield looks Francisco back to second. Line drive, right center field, base hit. Francisco waved around, Drew up and throwing. It's cut off by Pedroia. 4-1 Phillies. 5 consecutive hits.
Castro did a nice job of cutting down his swing that time against the knuckleball and just takes it to the opposite field to drive in the run. Gets that knuckleball out over the plate, not trying to pull the ball, goes with the other opposite field with it. And the Phillies continue to put some runs on the board here in the fourth inning. 4 in the fourth so far.
Number 9 hitter Carlos Ruiz looks at a fastball for ball 1. Ruiz grounded to third in the third. Called strike 1. Strike 2. Grounded foul. And Philadelphia, the 2-time defending national league champions, have really struggled offensively. That's translated to a 7-16 record over their last 23 games. Scoring a total of 4 runs in this series, shut out 6 times since the Red Sox first faced the Phillies 3.5 weeks ago.
They've dropped to 3rd place in the National League East to 3.5 behind Atlanta. The Mets move into 2nd place, a 1.5 games behind Atlanta.
And Charlie Manuel's team is done here in Boston. They have a day off, and then it's a trip to Yankee Stadium for 3 against New York. That's grounded foul. And the count holds at 1-2 to Carlos Ruiz. And the runs have been so hard to come by. This is just the 4th time in the last 20 games that they've scored 4 runs or more. Run support there for Hamels so far. Grounded wide at 3rd. Beltre to 2nd to Pedroia on the first double play. That ends the inning, but not before the Phillies score 4 runs on 5 hits, and they have a 4-1 lead. Shows you that they've struggled at the plate a little bit. 279 tops the team for those who qualify. No at bats. Big hit from Ibanez in that top half of the 4th inning, part of a 4-run inning for Philadelphia. They have a 4-1 lead as the Sox come to bat. Bottom half of the 4th, Beltre, Ortiz, and Lowell to face Cole Hamels. Adrian Beltre looks at strike 1. The homer to left in the 2nd, his 9th of the season. Oh, 0-2. One and 2. Well, so far it would appear Hamels responding to the need for a starter to go beyond at least the 4th inning in a game. Blanton made it 4 yesterday. Moyer left in the 2nd inning on Friday. Swing and a miss, and Beltre is down 1 away. Here's Heidi Watney.
Eric, as we saw in the second inning, Cole Hamels has been susceptible to giving up the long ball this season. He's given up 14 home runs in 13 starts, but outside of that, he's been pretty good. I talked to his pitching coach, Rick Doobie, about what he's seen from Hamels.
He tried to carry the ball club on his own shoulders, coming off of the World Series and everything. And this year he's much more under control. He did a much earlier throwing program this offseason, so he was ready a lot sooner, and his velocity's been great, and his command has been very good.
Hamels took a no-hitter into the 7th inning against the Padres in his last start. He's also had success against the Red Sox. In one start against Boston, he gave up 1 earned run in 7 innings. Eric?
All right, Heidi, thanks very much. Yeah, that start against San Diego went south in a hurry. Gave up the no-hitter in the 7th, back-to-back solo home runs, Adrian Gonzalez and Scott Hairston, and ended up suffering a loss in that game. But bouncing back here today, giving up just 1 run so far on 3 hits to Boston through 3 in the 3rd. 1-1 to Ortiz. Hit well to right center field. Now coming in is Victorino, and it holds up there well enough for Victorino to put it away for the 2nd out.
And he's got good stuff today. He's good velocity on his fastball. We've seen the changeup. Fairly quick worker, gets the ball, gets on the mound, is ready to go.
A guy who's performed at a high level. You mentioned MVP of the World Series back in 08 at the NLCS. He knows his team. We were here Friday. I mean, Charlie Manuel had his core guys out of that game, 4th inning, 5th inning, when he pulled out Utley and Victorino and Ryan Howard. This team could use a win. Hamels has a 3-run lead. Roller. Hamels will pick it up, and it's an easy 1-2-3 inning for Cole Hamels. After 4-1 Phillies. Television Network, Eastern Bank, the best team in banking. First pitch from Tim Wakefield is in there for strike 1 to Shane Victorino. Top of the 5th. Here at Fenway, Red Sox have had their way with the Phillies Friday and Saturday, but a little different story here on Sunday afternoon. 4 runs all coming in the 4th inning. Victorino to Scudero, knocks it down, up and throwing, got him.
Very fortunate for Scudero that that ball bounced toward first base in front of him. That gave him an opportunity to still throw out Victorino, who has very good speed. That ball took a bad bounce right there on Marco Scudero, but is able to reach down and quickly get it to first base to record the out.
Good play by Scudero, giving an indication of where the Phillies are in their mindset. Victorino was one of the players who called a players-only meeting before the game yesterday. And the report was it wasn't a yelling or kind of a hostile meeting. It was just kind of to clear the air. And this is a team that's used to playing at a high level, and they have not been playing at a high level. Didn't work yesterday. Go out and lose 10-2. So these meetings, I don't know what the track record is on meetings. I know Terry Francona talks about that all the time. What if you have a meeting and then you go out and stink after that meeting? What's it worth?
I've always said if you're going to have a meeting, have it on the day that you get your best pitching going. You know, you got a legitimate chance to win that game.
Someone to back it up for you, right?
I've been in all kind of meetings. Matter of fact, I've known managers that didn't let players have players-only meetings.
0-2, sent out to right field. J.D. Drew is there. 2 away. Can you remember a productive meeting? I mean, was there, if it's a clubhouse situation where things need to get out?
The best meetings are meetings where, look, guys, we all know we're better than this. Let's just not press. Let's not, everybody try to do one thing, the one guy carry the whole ball club. Just play your game, do your thing. We're a good ball club. We're going to play better. Let's not get down. Those are the best ones. The screaming and yelling stuff, I think, is far gone. It doesn't mean very much. Unless you've got a club out there that's dogging it and not playing hard. That's not the case with the Phillies.
Veteran team. Guys should know what to do. I mean, they could be guilty maybe of trying to do too much, but trying to get back to that championship level. I mean, the expectation's sky high for this team. You add Roy Halladay to the mix, and that guys like Howard and Nutley, but the Rollins injury has really been a key factor, slowing them down at the plate here. The run production, Nutley fouls it off.
I think where you really have to be careful as a manager of those meetings after games where your emotions kind of take over. You're really upset about a certain loss or something, and I think that's the best time for the manager to turn his head, walk away, and say, let me think about this, and if there's something to discuss further, we'll do it tomorrow when I'm calmed down a little bit. So a lot of times they say things in those kind of meetings that are not productive.
Good inning for Wakefield, bounces back after the fourth with a 1-2-3 fifth, 4-1 Phillies. community win. And for each Red Sox win this month, the Eastern Bank Charitable Foundation will donate $500 to the Boys and Girls Club of Lowell. Drew McDonald and Nava, 7, 8, 9, set to face Cole Hamels here in the 5th. Strike one to JD. Drew struck out looking in the 2nd. Sox took a 1-0 lead thanks to the solo home run by Adrian Beltre in the 2nd, but 4 runs in the 4th on 5 consecutive hits. Put the Phillies on top 4-1. Drew down in the count 1-2.
Oh, my goodness, a friend of mine from Naples, Florida, Dr. Tony DeFeo, originally from Brockton, enjoying a week up here in New England and getting a chance to watch his Red Sox.
Popped up, foul ground, third base side. Polanco has it for out number 1. I must say he was bundled up like he spent a lot of time in Florida.
Yeah, it's got that, that 90 degrees and humid look going. Nice play by Polanco going right to the edge and making the catch. Yeah, for him, this is freezing weather, right?
Yeah, I mean, he is just a moment away from putting on a knit hat, probably.
Down in Naples, it's probably 95 and humid. But Dr. Tony, he's ready for it. I'll have dinner with him after the ball game.
Where's that going to be, and can I come?
I can't mention the name of the place, but no, you can't come because we already have reservations for 6. Dude, you can go any other time you'd like.
Where?
I can't say. I promise not to say. Every time I say something, it's like, oh, you're going to chill in your own place. So I'm not saying. I promised all year long that I would not say.
Please, I mean.
No, I'm not. People are familiar with the place.
That's all you're going to say?
That's it. I'm just going to dinner, that's all. And it's just,
does it rhyme with Barry Benny's or something like that? Can you at least tell me that much?
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay.
I made a promise.
I don't mind it. I'm asking. I mean, I asked the question. You did not.
You asked me between innings where a good place to go eat is, and I'll tell you. You would have been doing the rest of the game by yourself if Wally went for a 5-floor tumble right there. McDonald swinging a miss. Hamels strikes him out. That's number 7 for Cole Hamels, 2 away. Well, Hamels right on target this afternoon against the Red Sox as he goes down and away from Donnell McDonald with a changeup. That changeup has been very, very good for him this afternoon.
Here's Daniel Nava, grounded to short his first time. Ball 1. Nava, switch hitter, hit the grand slam. Left-handed off of Joe Blanton. That's fouled out of play. It's 1-1. 4th player to hit a grand slam in his first at-bat. And 2 right now are on the same team. Jeremy Hermida hit a grand slam in his first Major League at-bat, and Daniel Nava has done the same.
Plus, Jeremy Hermida right now on the disabled list, but doing pretty well, according to what Terry Francona was saying this morning.
1-1 to Nava. 1-2.
Another change up from Cole Hamels. He's got that operating very well for him right now against these right-handed hitters. Working it down and away. Very difficult pitch to lay off.
Two down here in the 5th. 1-2 to Nava. 2-2. Nava was doing well with the Paw Sox. He's hitting at .294 with 8 homers and 38 runs batted in. 54 games played at the AAA level. Again, he was on a road trip with Pawtucket. Road trip that ended on a Friday. And instead of heading back to McCoy Stadium, he came to Fenway Park on Saturday. Fly ball hit the right field. Worth going back, still going back. He won't get it. Nava heading for second and puts on the brakes before thinking about a triple. A 2-out double for Daniel Nava.
It looked like Jason Worth was going to get there when that ball left the bat, but just not quite enough out there for Worth. As Nava, I think, kind of thought it might have been caught too. Worth going back, reaches out. He can't make the play. And wisely stopping at second base was Nava, especially with 2 outs and getting in scoring position, not taking a chance of making that final out at third base. Jason Worth probably saying to himself right now, there's a lot of room out here in right field at Fenway.
Can run a long time when you're a right fielder at Fenway Park, that's for sure. Top of the order, here's Marco Scutero with 2 down here in the home half of the 5th. Scutero doubled to left his last time. Scutero up to 286. OBP of 361. The term you used in the pregame show is a juggling act by Terry Francona. It seems to be a daily thing. We talked about it Friday. Yeah. I mean, look at the outfield today. You got a guy who was playing AAA Friday. Got a guy who's playing AAA earlier this year in center and McDonald. Nava in left. You don't have Cameron or Ellsbury. Ellsbury's your leadoff guy. Here's Scutero batting leadoff, and somehow it all has worked out well for the Red Sox, who have climbed up to 4 games out of first place in the AL East.
Now they've done a fabulous job of keeping this team in contention when you really haven't had maybe but 2 or 3 times this year your official lineup out there. Or if you even had it out there. It's they've done a marvelous job of filling in the blanks in the outfield.
2-1 to count to Scutero. Ball 3. There's Darnell McDonald. He had an impressive debut here with the Red Sox. Three and 1. Ground ball right side to Howard. He'll take it himself, and the side is retired. Nava left stranded at second. 4-1 Phillies after 5.
tonight.
Here's Ryan Howard with a fly ball, foul territory. Martinez back and out of room. Then you get to, you know what? You missed game 4 because you were traveling from Cleveland, right, back to Boston.
Right.
So you're home today. You got a day off tomorrow, and then the Sox are home Tuesday. So it's perfect. You can just put your feet up and enjoy the game.
Yeah, this is it's going to be fun tonight. It'll be your first chance to get to sit down and watch the whole game. I've caught a little bit of the second half, final quarter of some of the games.
Howard with a fly ball to center field. McDonald barely has to move. Comes in a couple of steps and puts it away for out number 1.
Coming up after the game today, it's Granite City Electric Red Sox final with Catherine Tappan and Jim Rice. It's the world premiere of Nesson's own Scooter music video.
Excuse me, what did you say?
And look ahead to Buchholz-Kennedy matchup on Tuesday. The Sox clubhouse reaction after they close out the Phillies series. It's all coming up after the game only on Nesson.
How do you think Scootero would go if you had to write the lyrics and compose something?
I have no clue. I leave that to professional songwriters.
Well, you remember Susu Studio by Phil Collins and Genesis,
sure.
right?
Maybe something along that line.
I would hope. I mean, that's tough to come up with something original on that right there. Uh-oh. We said good things, didn't we? It looks like a Rajon Rondo fan is, what happens? You put people on TV, the texts start rolling in, the messages start rolling in.
Let me tell you something. It might be Rajon Rondo's bodyguard.
It might be Rondo. We could use a little help in the front court tonight.
Get a little physical with Kobe.
Strike 3 called. Worth takes a moment. Brief word to Gary Darling. Saves his stronger stuff to direct it out towards the field. 2 away.
Curveball that time from Wakefield to pick up the strikeout. Worth thought it was inside. It probably was.
2 down for Raul Ibanez, who homered to right, 2-run home run to right his last time. Part of a 4-run 4th inning. Swing and a miss. There's a 1-2-3 5th for Wakefield. Got the double play to end the 4th. First 2 retired here in the 6th. Starters have been pretty good for the Red Sox over the last 9 games. A combined 2.37 earned run average. And that's a called strike. 1-2. Fouled out of play. Count holds at 1-2. Time now for tonight's AT&T trivia question, or today's. Which pitcher with a minimum of 60 innings pitched has the highest single season earned run average? One and 2. Swing and a miss. Good inning from Wakefield to retire the side. 5.5 complete. 4-1 Phillies.
Catherine Tappan and Jim Rice. They'll have more on Daniel Nava's stunning debut and a wrap-up on Strasburg's second career start. Plus, podium reaction from Tim Wakefield and Terry Francona. It's all coming up after the game on WB Mason Extra Innings Live.
Pedroia, Martinez, and Beltre to face Hamels here in the 6th. Sox down 4-1. Foul tipped at the plate for strike one. Pedroia singled to left in the 3rd. Pitches so far for Cole Hamels. Only run he's given up. A home run by Beltre in the 2nd. Pedroia sends it down the right field line. Another long run for Worth, running out of room, and it falls off his glove. It's a fair ball. Pedroia is in the second base.
Now, very difficult territory where Jason Worth was going down there. You just run out of territory in a hurry. You have to go hard because the ball's tailing away from you, and the ball bounces right out of the heel of the glove. This will be interesting scoring. Not a routine play, but certainly a ball that Worth could have made.
It is scored a double, and not an error on Jason Worth. So a leadoff two-base hit for Dustin Pedroia. 22nd double of the season for Pedroia, who's 2 for 3 this afternoon. And here's Victor Martinez. Strike one. The 0-1. Grounded foul. It is 0-2. League leaders are brought to you by Olympia Sports, the official sporting goods retailer of the New England Sports Network. And you see Martinez heading into today's game, leading the American League in batting average in the month of June at .487. 0 for 2 so far this afternoon. One and two. Adrian Beltre waits on deck. Martinez fights it off on the 1-2. Up to 85 pitches. Had to work a little bit in the 5th inning after the 2-out double by Nava. Now a leadoff double by Pedroia. And the dirt scooped up by Ruiz, and the count evens up at 2-2. Terry Francona's team held to 5 hits so far by Hamels as we play in the 6th. Martinez lines it foul. The Philadelphia bullpen has been underused for the good part of this season. Starters have been able to go deep into games. This weekend, our bullpen's been taxed. So Hamels trying to pitch deep into the game. 7 strikeouts so far for the lefty. 2-2 the count to Martinez. That's fouled back. Victor didn't play yesterday. It was Jason Varitek. He was expecting to catch Daisuke Matsusaka, but instead, but a handful of relievers as the Red Sox picked up a 10-2 win. Victor back there to catch Wakefield today, and he's worked the count full to 3-2. Martinez granted time. Looked like it was destined to be ball 4, but Martinez, taking no chances, fouls it off.
Yeah, very tough pitch to lay off there. That changeup down, and especially with 2 strikes, you don't want to take any chances. Martinez fouling it off and gets another shot. Certainly would have been called ball 4, but it's a tough pitch to stay off of.
Tenth pitch of the at-bat to Martinez. He'll take another one, at least. That's fouled out of play. Red Sox are 15 for 40 with runners in scoring position in this series. 22 runs combined scored in the first 2 games of the series. Only 1 on the board so far. Martinez sends it down the right field line. That's into the stands and out of play. Victor Martinez single-handedly driving up the pitch count for Cole Hamels. Up to 92. 12th pitch of the at-bat to come. Pedroia at second, the leadoff double that hit the glove of Jason Worth. Another 3-2. Another foul ball.
Good tough at bat here by Victor Martinez. 93 pitches now for Cole Hamels.
Martinez does it again. Another foul ball out of play. Fourteenth pitch of the at-bat coming. Back in the 4th inning was an easy inning for Cole Hamels. He threw 8 pitches that inning. He's already thrown 14 here to Victor Martinez. Martinez wins the battle. A 15-pitch walk. First and second, nobody out, and Rich Doobie coming to the mound. Time now for the answer to today's AT&T trivia question. Which pitcher with a minimum of 60 innings pitched has the highest single-season ERA? Roy Halladay with Toronto back in 2000 posted an earned run average of 10.64 in 67 2/3 innings. Only one other time in his career has Halladay posted an ERA over 4. That was back in 2004 when he had an ERA of 4.2. It's hard to imagine, but back in 2000, Opponents hit .357 against Roy Halladay.
Yeah, he'll never turn out to be anything.
Halladay's numbers, of course, include a perfect game thrown this year in his first season with the Philadelphia Phillies. Hamels' numbers today, the pitch count up to 96 after the great at-bat by Martinez. Phillies at double play depth there, first and second, nobody out with Beltre at the plate. Adrian 1 for 2 with a home run. Called strike one. Quiet for the moment in the Philadelphia bullpen. Swing and a miss. Beltre trying to tie it up with that swing.
Yeah, first pitch was a changeup down and away, and then right back inside with a fastball at 95 to Beltre.
When he homered in the second inning, he hit an 0-2 pitch for that home run. It's 0-2 right now. One out.
He really had Beltre baffled at that at bat. Change up, fastball in, fastball away. A very defensive swing that time for Beltre, just trying to foul the ball off.
Here's Big Poppy, struck out in the second. Flew out to center field in the fourth. Had never faced Hamels before today. Hitting at .234 against lefties entering this game. Pitch number 100 of the afternoon for Hamels is a ball. At his season average when it comes to pitches. And there for a strike. Pedroia led off with a double. Martinez followed with a walk. Hamels struck out Beltre, and now Ortiz down in the count 1-2. Ground ball right side, stopped by Utley, tries to get Martinez at second. Just that one out as Ortiz is safe at first.
Good smart play there by Utley, too, knowing that he had time to get that lead man at second base. It takes a man out of scoring position. Utley diving to his left. Now, most of the time, second baseman to get up and just go to first base to get the out. He goes to second to get that fourth out and keep a man out of scoring position. Wonderful play there by Utley.
Two down here in the home half of the sixth. 4-1 Phillies. Runners on the corners and Mike Lowell at the plate. Lowell is 0 for 2. Struck out in the second. Grounded out in the fourth. Fly ball to right field. Worth heading back as it lined up and puts it away to retire the side. Sox don't score after 6. It's 4-1. Skies trying to brighten a little bit at least. As Tim Wakefield ready to work here in the top half of the 7th inning. Not that the clouds locked in all day, but no rain, which is always good news. It's 1-1 to Francisco. Francisco, Castro, and Ruiz, 7, 8, and 9 due up here in the 7th. Fouled off, it's 1-2. Well, Wakefield had that one hiccup inning in the 4th. Gave up 5 straight hits. You see the ace ticket pitching line. Other than that, though, he had that jam in the 1st inning and worked out of that. And has retired 7 in a row since those 5 straight hits in the 4th. And really giving Terry Francona what he needed. Getting deep into a game, another starter gets to the 7th inning. That one's a mile high to left field. Nava coming in, still coming, and almost ends up at shortstop before he puts it away. Here's Catherine Tappan with a game break. Catherine. Thank you very much, Catherine, as the rookie making his 2nd start. Here's Castro. 1-1. Wakefield's thrown 99. Right on his season average. Misses. It's 2-1. Well, he got to the ballpark 4th inning yesterday. Didn't get into the game, but Dustin Richardson up and throwing in the Red Sox bullpen. Called up from AAA Pawtucket yesterday when Daisuke Matsusaka was placed on the disabled list before his start. So pop up to shallow right. Pedroia puts it away for out number 2.
Don't leave NESN behind when you're on the go. Just visit NESN.com/mobile from the smartphone for a handheld look at the news, scores, and live game blogs you expect from NESN. That's NESN.com/mobile.
Ball 1 to Carlos Ruiz. Ground ball to short. Scudero up with it on the 1st, and it's the 3rd straight 1-2-3 inning for Tim Wakefield after 6.5, 4-1 Phillies.
Dustin Pedroia hitting a fly ball to Jason Worth in that tough right field corner. Worth drops the ball, and Pedroia ends up with a double. Coors Light Freeze Can brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
The double for Pedroia, followed by the walk for Victor Martinez, a 15-pitch at bat. But after that, Beltre with the strikeout, Ortiz the ground out, and the fielder's choice, and Lowell with the fly ball to right field. So Cole Hamels worked out of that jam in the 6th. He's back out there here at Fenway Park for the bottom half of the 7th inning. After today, an off day for the Sox tomorrow afternoon, and then the Arizona Diamondbacks will be here for 3 games. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then it's the Los Angeles Dodgers. And Manny's return to Fenway Park Friday, Saturday, Sunday. As J.D. Drew steps to the plate, we head down to the field. Here's Heidi.
Eric, Josh Beckett began throwing yesterday after taking about a 10-day hiatus from throwing. He threw from 60 feet yesterday, backed up to 90 feet today. I talked to pitching coach John Farrell about what the plan is for him. He's going to continue to play long toss every day, get stretched out to about 180 feet, which is his normal long toss, by next weekend. And after that, they're going to take a step back and decide when he's going to start to throw off of a mound. John Farrell said the very good news is that Beckett hasn't felt any pain or had any mechanical difficulties in the last couple of days. Eric?
All right, Heidi, thanks very much. Yeah, I mean, you talk about the Red Sox rotation taking a hit yesterday with Daisuke Matsuzaka going on the DL. It's good to have some good news when it comes to Josh Beckett. You've got 40% of your projected starting rotation out. And you would think you would be in a bit of a spiral, but the Sox have been able to hold it together when it comes to the pitching. Here's Drew. Looks at ball 2, 2-0.
Like to see some help, but no help today so far. 7-5, the Yankees lead Houston. That's in the 6th inning. And Tampa and Florida tied at 1-1. That's in the 5th inning.
Florida has just put 4 runs on the board in the 6th to help out.
That's
so it's
better.
now 5-1. Let's try to end a little good news here for you. It's outside to Drew. It's 3-1. Saw a moment ago Danny Baez getting up in the Phillies bullpen. Hamels has thrown 108 pitches. 3-1. Ball 4, a leadoff walk for J.D. Drew. First time he's been aboard today.
Red Sox fans, make it June a memorable one for a limited time only. Come see the Red Sox take on the Arizona Diamondbacks, as well as another interleague battle with either the Phillies or Dodgers with our new interleague double play packs. Visit Red Sox Time to get your packs before it's too late.
Here's Darnell McDonald. Foul back for strike 1. McDonald struck out looking in the 3rd, swinging in the 5th. Strike 2. J.C. Romero has joined Baez in the bullpen. Popped up. Howard calls for it in fair territory, 1 away. Here is Daniel Nava. doubled his last time up in the 5th, grounded to short in the 3rd. Drew with a leadoff walk. Red Sox down by 3 with 1 down here in the 7th. Broken back ground ball to 3rd, could be 2. The 2nd for 1. Utley turns it to 1st. Double play, and the side is retired. At the end of 7 at Fenway, it's 4-1 Phillies. Jerry Remy, Heidi Watney down on the field as we move to the 8th inning. Tim Wakefield back for more. He's given up 4 runs, all 4 runs for Philadelphia scored in that 4th inning. Wakefield's been on a roll. 1, 2, 3 in the 5th, 6th, and 7th. Now it's the top of the order for Philadelphia. Victorino, Polanco, and Utley. Victorino swings at the first pitch, pops it up to short. Scudero has it, 1 away. Red Sox Baseball on NESN is brought to you by Eastern Bank, awarded highest customer satisfaction in retail banking in the New England region by J.D. Power and Associates. It takes teamwork to bring home the trophy. Richardson and Ramirez up and throwing in the Red Sox bullpen. Wakefield up to 105 pitches as he faces Polanco. Ball 2. Carino. Strike 1. Line drive to left. Nava won't get this. It bounces up and off the wall. Nava plays the wall, turns and throws to the second. A quick throw to Pedroia. Not in time. Well, Nava's reaction in left field will tell you the story. He thought for sure he had Pedroia. Pedroia thinks The out was made, and Francona's going to come out to argue.
Well, this had to be a great slide at second base because the ball did beat Polanco to second. Let's see how the slide is. He gets the left hand in, it looks like. A slide that goes with the left hand first, and let's see if the tag's there first. No, good call. Left hand, then tag on the chest. Excellent slide by Polanco at second base. Nice throw by Nava, a nice tag attempt by Pedroia, but an excellent slide by Polanco.
Polanco had to turn it up. It was kind of a belly flop almost at the end just to try to get there as quickly as possible. Give Nava credit. First time playing the wall like that, turns, and the throw was there, but it was the right call. Watching on replay, Tim Wakefield is done, and Dustin Richardson will come out to relieve Wakefield. Here in the eighth. Call to the bullpen, and coming in is Dustin Richardson. His numbers with the Pawtucket Red Sox this year: 22 appearances, a 2-0 record. Opponents hitting at 170. This will be his fourth major league appearance. Had 3 games last year, pitched 3 1/3, giving up 3 hits, no runs and 1 walk. Your call to the bullpen brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Richardson to face Chase Utley. Strike 1. Wakefield goes 7 1/3, gives up 4 runs, is responsible for Polanco. 7 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts through 109 pitches. Just had that 1 rough inning. Other than that, Wakefield gave the Red Sox what they needed. Starting pitcher to get them deep into the game. Breaking ball back up the middle. It's Scudero on the second base side. Loses his balance, and Lowell with the stretch got him.
Looked like Scudero, when he's ranging far to his left, lost an edge. But he's still able to make the throw to first base and record the out. Falling backwards, and like Lowell with the stretch at first base, very close play at first base.
How Scudero did not fall down is the question. I mean, he was on the side of his feet, tumbling out of control, but kept his balance long enough. You can always count on Jerry Remy for a good hockey term, like losing an edge, and we move on with 2 down here in the 8th. Howard with a ground ball. This is Scudero from the same position, but some good footing this time to retire the side. At the end of 7.5, 4-1 Phillies.
Times at RedSox.com. Visit RedSox.com and cast your ballot now for your 2010 All-Stars. Vote early, vote often, vote today at RedSox.com.
(4-1) Phillies. Cole Hamels leaves with a lead. He pitched 7 innings, giving up just the 1 run on 5 hits, struck out 8, and he gives way to Jose Contreras. Member of the Philadelphia Phillies, has pitched well out of the bullpen, a sub-200 batting average against. We all remember the struggles he had in a Yankees uniform through the years, pitching here at Fenway Park. A 2-5 record all-time at Fenway with a 9.49 earned run average. So Contreras back at Fenway, top of the order. And first pitch, strike 1 to Scudero.
Contreras was actually closing games when Brad Lidge was on the disabled list. A nasty split-fingered fastball.
The 0-1. 1-1. Contreras has help behind. It's Baez and Romero who've been up. Lidge is available. As the Phillies work into the 8th inning. On top 4-1. Two and 1. Scudero takes strike 2. It's 3-2. Scudero, Pedroia, Martinez. Top of the order for the Red Sox here in the 8th, down by 3. The 3-2 pitch. Scudero chops it, slowly rolled towards third, up and throwing, and Howard kept his toe on the bag as Scudero went with the slide in the first. One away.
Amica Pit Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Amica Insurance is not just how you cover it, it's how you treat it. And we'll take a look at the last 4 strikeouts for Cole Hamels. This great job that he did here this afternoon against the Red Sox. Get Adrian Beltre a fastball away. Change up there to Donnell McDonald. And then Beltre again with a fastball away.
Hamels truly known for his changeup, but he seemed to have a lively fastball.
95-96 today.
Inside to Dustin Pedroia for ball 1. One and 1. 4-7-0 for the Phillies, 1-5-0 for the Red Sox. Pedroia, a big swing and a miss for strike 2. It's 1-2.
Pedroia going down on one knee on this swing and miss. He's had some problems with his knee.
Grabbing at it too. Line drive, right field, base hit. Third hit of the day for Dustin Pedroia, 3 for 4, and the Sox have a man aboard with 1 down.
Nice job, protective swing here, or cutting down in the swing, I should say, is Dustin Pedroia with the 2 strikes on him. Breaking ball takes it to the opposite field for the line drive base hit.
Fifth time he's had 3 hits in a game this year. Now to bring up Victor Martinez, who moves around to the left side. Been a different story against right-handed pitching for Martinez this year, hitting at just .218, but with 3 home runs. Line drive, base hit for Martinez, right center field. Pedroia turns, he'll head to third. Martinez at first, runners on the corners, 1 down.
Seven-game hitting streak now for Victor Martinez. As he jumps on that first fastball from Contreras, that ball's down, but Victor able to go down and get it and shoot it on a line up over the head of Utley for the base hit. Pedroia all the way to third base.
Here's Beltre. Adrian Beltre is 1 for 3 with a home run. That's fouled back. Oh. 1.5 feet away. One to Beltre. Line drive, could be 2. To Utley at second, takes his time to throw to Howard, and that will retire the side. The double play ends the threat. Head to the ninth, 4-1. Dorchester. Whose MLB debut is more impressive? Text Sox 1 for Daniel Nava, Sox 2, Steven Strasburg to 542-542. Results will be revealed later in the show, and you can view the latest results and vote at NESN.com KGB/KGB. Top of the ninth, 4-1. Ball one from Ramon Ramirez. Dustin Richardson comes on, throws 2/3 of an inning. The numbers for Ramirez this year, making his 27th appearance. The 5.11 earned run average. Jason Worth looks at strike one. It's 1-1. Ball two, 2-1. Worth grounded into a double play to end the first inning. Singled and scored in the fourth. Struck out looking in the sixth. One of 3 strikeout victims for Tim Wakefield today. Worth checked his swing. It's 3-1. A leadoff walk for Jason Worth. We remind you to stay with us after the game for WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. A complete post-game wrap-up is coming up. Start number 2 for Steven Strasburg. Show you what he did in Cleveland. And it's worth another look to show you what Daniel Nava did yesterday here at Fenway, helping the Sox to a win. Here's Ibanez. Ibanez is 1 for 3. Had the big hit in that 4-run fourth inning, a 2-run home run to right. Strike one. Red Sox have had great success in interleague play. 11-4 in their last 15 interleague games here at Fenway Park. Check on Worth at first. Mr. Remy, you're in the middle of a long stretch of interleague play. Arizona, then the Dodgers, then on the road, Colorado and San Francisco.
Yeah, the advantage for the Red Sox, of course, these home games where they get to use the DH.
Ramirez steps off. Go back to 2003. The Red Sox have 85 interleague wins. That's the best in Major League Baseball. So they've had some success. Four and 1 in interleague play so far this year. All 5 games being played against these Phillies. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Time now for a look at the road ahead, brought to you by Safeco Insurance. On Tuesday, the Red Sox continue interleague play against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona is first in the majors with 585 strikeouts. They have the top 2 in the National League in Ks and 3 of the top 9. Justin Upton, Mark Reynolds, and Adam LaRoche all have over 60 punch-outs. Reynolds has broke the Major League record for Ks each of the past 2 seasons.
I didn't realize it till we worked together these 2 games. I always thought you were reading that information, but it comes right off the top of your head. It's amazing.
No, they give them to me the day before, and then I'm able to study them and memorize them the night before the game.
Have you always had that kind of a memory? It's amazing.
Something I was blessed with, and I wasn't blessed with many things, but that's one thing.
That's a good thing to have.
That was a very positive road ahead, wasn't it?
That was great. I'm sure Arizona will want a copy of that on DVD, and they can watch it over and over again. Fly ball, foul territory, Beltre going over, and that will carry into the seats. You know, we could have just summed it up into a nice, tidy sentence and say they strike out
a lot.
A lot.
Yeah. And they'll be here on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
There will be Buchholz, Lester, and Lackey in that order Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That part of it, I know our production staff organized it. They were all sitting together right there. So when you did the road ahead, we then referenced who's pitching against the team that strikes out a lot. They're all there together.
Yeah, and Beckett hovering to get back in the rotation.
Yes, they strike out a lot. Can I make a start this week? 1-2. 2-2. As we mentioned earlier, the Phillies take on the Yankees. 3 games coming up at Yankee Stadium starting on Tuesday. Roy Halladay, Kyle Kendrick, and Jamie Moyer, the scheduled starters for Philadelphia, going up against Sabathia, Burnett, and Pettit. Ball 3, 3-2. Halladay, Sabathia, the matchup on Tuesday. Kendrick, who we saw here on Friday in relief, had his start moved to Wednesday. And then Moyer, they did the math, they looked it up. That was the worst start of his major league career here on Friday. A 1 inning plus of work, giving up 9 runs. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Martinez up and throwing, and Worth is safe with a stolen base. But Ibanez is retired, 1 away.
Now Worth picks up his 3rd stolen base, going on the 3-2 count. Martinez's throw sailing again. He has a lot of those throws that kind of sail back in toward the runner. And that's from getting underneath the baseball a little bit.
One down and Worth at second. And here's Ben Francisco. Fouled off Victor Martinez. Hobbled him maybe a little bit.
Tell if it got him off the hand or the leg. Looked like maybe the top of the leg.
Yeah, I think so. Even if it hits the padding, it's still it's still going to hurt. So the home plate umpire Gary Darling giving Martinez a moment. Shake it off. For 1. There goes Worth taking off at third without a throw.
Paying absolutely no attention to Jason Worth at second base. Pedroia was, but Ramirez was not. And he gets this great jump, standing up in the third base now with 1 out. So the Red Sox have to pull the infield in, down by 3 runs.
One. 2-1. Boof Bonser is up in the Red Sox bullpen. Fly ball down the right field line. J.D. Drew moving under it. Into it. Throwing towards the plate. Worth trying to score, and he will be in there. Now, Drew did what he could. We saw him prevent a run in the first inning but not this time. It's 5-1 Phillies.
Adrian Beltre was trying to block the vision of Worth. You see him right there standing in front of him. But then no problem for Worth to see the catch and takes off and scores easily from third base.
And you can credit that run in many ways to the fact that Ramirez lost track of Worth, who easily stole third base, and he comes home on the sacrifice fly to make it 5-1. Here's Juan Castro. Castro is 1 for 3. Ball 1. A walk, 2 stolen bases, and a sacrifice fly, accounting for the run here in the ninth. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Romero joined now by the closer, Brad Lidge. 1-2. Contreras got into a jam in the 8th inning. Back-to-back singles with 1 out. Runners were on the corners, but Beltre grounded into the 5-4-3 double play. That ended the threat. 1-2. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Castro down on strikes, and that does it for the Phillies in the ninth. Brad Lidge looked like he's ready to come on. We'll see who's pitching tonight for the Phillies after this. Adrian Beltre got the Red Sox going in the 2nd inning, a solo home run, but that's the only run for the Red Sox here this afternoon. The beginning of the 4th inning was the beginning of the end for Tim Wakefield. He gave up 4 runs on 5 hits. Wakefield really battled back and pitched well after that, but the Ibanez home run, the key shot, and Cole Hamels was on target today. Hamels pitches 7 innings, giving up just the 1 run on 5 hits and 8 strikeouts. And now J.C. Romero comes on to face David Ortiz. Ortiz showed bunt to the ball. So Romero first. Lidge is still up in the pen with Lowell and Drew. 2 up after Ortiz.
And the infield not in that full shift against David Ortiz.
One and one. Sox down 4, bottom of the ninth. Ground ball, foul. The count is 1-2. Ortiz is 0 for 3, struck out in the second. Flight out to center in the fourth. Reached on a fielder's choice in the sixth. That was all against Hamels. One and two. Fly ball down the left field line. Moving over is Ibanez, and he'll run out of room. It's up in the crowd. The 1-2. 2-2. Grounded foul into the Red Sox dugout. The count holds at 2-2. Last home run for David Ortiz was back on June 2nd against Ben Sheets and the Oakland Athletics. Fouled off again. Chasing after it, cuts it off before it gets to the wall. Ortiz running hard for second. He's in with a leadoff double. Good at bat by David Ortiz. 8 pitches thrown by Romero. 8-1 turned down the right field line for a 2-base hit.
Yeah, the 8th pitch, a fastball inside that David Ortiz is able to turn around. Everything inside to David in that at bat, with the exception of a couple of pitches. And finally, Ortiz gets the head of the bat out and runs it down that right field corner.
Here's Mike Lowell. Lowell 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Strike one. Lidge is ready. One and one. Foul back. It's 1-2.
It's almost like they want Romero to get through J.D. Drew and then maybe go to Brad Lidge after that.
Left-handed hitting Drew on deck, and after that, McDonald and Nava, 8 and 9 scheduled. One, two. 2-2. Sends it out towards right field. Worth moving under it. Puts it away. Ortiz tagging up and heading to third. The throw on the way, and Ortiz is safe. Wow.
And it's a good thing. Big Papi feeling fast today. Jason Worth making the catch fairly deep out there. Makes a very strong throw all the way in the air to third base, and Big Papi just in before the time. That would not have been good had he been thrown out.
You know, the wind has been blowing in from right, so maybe he was thinking he had a tailwind.
I don't know.
If he didn't have the tailwind, we'd be in big trouble. So 1 out, Ortiz at third, and here is J.D. Drew to face Romero. Here comes Ortiz. He's in safely, and the Sox have their second run. And Carlos Ruiz seems to be injured at the backstop. Didn't see what happened as he scrambled back to get the baseball.
Looks like some type of a leg injury for Ruiz. That ball just taking off on him. Comes back to the backstop, and it looks like his knee gave out on him.
It is scored a pass ball as Ruiz did get a glove on it. Not so much of a chance for him to catch that pitch, it seemed.
That shouldn't be a pass ball. That should be a wild pitch.
I agree.
Ruiz trying to run it off right now.
Big Papi safe at home, safe and secure. New York Life. Want to know the count to J.D. Drew. Strike, it's 1-1. Gets away, it's 2-1.
Well, some Laker fans parading behind the Red Sox dugout.
They wear the Laker colors, and they are inviting booze and more. Here comes a Kevin Garnett fan to offer the challenge. You need a Rondo guy to come down there. KG fan is showing the colors. And ran and walked in front of the Rondo section, which, yeah. Don't you dare walk by my section again like that. 3-1 to Drew. Swing and a miss, it's 3-2. Darnell McDonald is on deck. Three-two. Foul tipped. Passed up and hit the hand of Gary Darling, the home plate umpire. Count holds at 3-2. Drew works a walk. Here comes Charlie Manuel, and that will be it for J.C. Romero as the closer will come on for the Phillies. Brad Lidge coming on in a 3-run game. Well, how about this setup right now for the Red Sox? They have a runner on. They're down by 3. The next 2 batters scheduled to hit are Darnell McDonald and Daniel Nava. Who would have thunk that just a few weeks ago? And Brad Lidge is on to try and close it out for the Phillies. As Jerry mentioned before, Lidge was out of action for a while. This is just his 9th appearance of the season, but opponents hitting well under 200 against Lidge. And I was thinking that, well, maybe, Kevin Youkilis would be available here to pinch hit, but if Bob Tomaselli is offering tutorials, it's not a good sign. Nothing against you, Bob, but. So here is McDonald with Nava on deck, 1 down, and Drew on first in the bottom of the 9th, and the Sox down by 3. McDonald had a rough go against Cole Hamels. He looks at ball 1 from Lidge.
Only left-handed bat on the bench for Terry Francona is Jason Varitek, the switch hitter. You've got Cameron Hall and Youkilis from the right side.
Check the swing. It's 2-0.
Lidge, of course, relies a lot on that slider.
Ortiz led off with a double. Tagged up and went to third on a fly ball by Mike Lowell, and then scored on a pass ball. Drew walked. That was it for Romero. Here's Lidge to McDonald. Strike 1. 2-1. Lidge last pitch 5 days ago against the Marlins. Threw an inning in that game. 3 saves on the season, no blown saves. Behind 3-1 to Darnell McDonald. Strike 2.
No fastball in that 3-1 count from Lidge. He goes back to the slider to run it to 3-2.
Lidge has been on the disabled list twice this season, coming off of right elbow surgery back in May, and then earlier than that in April. McDonald asked for and has granted time. Three and two, one out here in the ninth. Sox down by 3. There's a slider, and there's the second out.
Third time today that Darnell McDonald has struck out in this ball game, and a big one right here. Back to the slider again on the 3-2 count.
So it's up to the rookie to keep it alive here in the ninth. Daniel Nava's 1 for 3. Grounded to short in the third. Doubled in the fifth. Grounded into a double play in the seventh. Ball 1. Drew takes second base.
Defensive indifference as they were not holding on J.D. Drew.
Base hit center field. Around third comes Drew. The Sox aren't done yet thanks to Daniel Nava. It's 5-3.
Also gets the slider from Lidge. It was toward the end of the bat, but he shoots it up the middle for the base hit. Picks up the RBI, his 5th of the season. Got a 2-for-4 afternoon going for himself.
It gives the Sox a chance to get the tying run to the plate. Marco Scudero has 4 home runs this season. He looks at strike 1. Two runs in here in the ninth for the Sox. Down 5-3, down to their final out. Popped up on the infield. Polanco there to put it away. And the Phillies avoid the sweep. You go back to that 4th inning, Jerry, the 4-run 4th, the big shot, the 2-run home run from Ibanez, and Philadelphia truly needed to leave here with a victory here today. Well,
Cole Hamels, so you got to give all the credit in the world to him. They needed a shutdown pitcher today. The Red Sox were just scoring a ton of runs in this series. And Cole Hamels came out today and really did a fine job for the Philadelphia Phillies. And it was just the one inning, the 4-run inning that hurt the Red Sox. Obviously, Tim Wakefield in the 4th inning. But other than that, you know, you kind of expected Hamel to pitch a good game. This team's too good to get swept. Red Sox do win the 2 out of 3, but now move on.
5-7-0 for the Phillies. 3-9-0 for the Red Sox. Hamels will win. He's 6-5 on the season. A loss for Tim Wakefield. He's 2-5. The game took 2 hours and 57 minutes to play. Join us again Tuesday night as the Red Sox open a 3-game series with the D-backs. Our live coverage begins at 6 o'clock from Yawkey Way. This has been a presentation of Nessa, New England's most watched sports network. It's time now for W.B. Mason's Extra Innings Live with Catherine Tappan and Jim Rice.